Okay, we're just straight in with this. I didn't even really get time to intro, so hi guys, never stop dodging. We can see it is Saiyan Saga theme because that's a new Goku, that's a new Vegeta. Grand battles! Wow. Okay, it's what we thought. But how is this gonna... Okay. Okay.
That was an exciting announcement to start things off. But hello everyone, I'm Tani, Dragon Ball Legends
Hello,
producer.
Tani.
Thanks for tuning in. Legends battles are expanding from mid-air down to the ground. These new battles where you'll be moving between the ground and the air will be called dynamic area battles. Of course, we have more info about that today, but we'll also be revealing info about new events for the 7th anniversary campaign and even some collabs. There's a ton to share, and actually there's a worldwide viewership campaign again too. Let's take a look. If this video premiere and that was the thing even level 7 the new legends such as rating matches will now be about them later, but let's talk about this new dynamic area battle first. Let's start with what dynamic area battles are.
This is pretty much all we want to know about.
It's not that we are adding another special battle.
Of course, the new units as well.
General battles in Legends, such as rating matches, will now be dynamic area battles. Please note that battles in certain other events will not change from the original style. Dynamic area battles are more than just battles that can also take place on the surface. We're adding a number of new battle systems that will be exclusive to dynamic
Overdrive
area
mode
battles,
and charge attack,
including Overdrive mode and charge attacks. Let's dive into the details. First, the battle area has been expanded. In dynamic area battles, fighting can now take place on the surface as well as in mid-air. You can move between the two areas, and there are special effects such as dust clouds when you're battling on the surface. To switch between the areas, you need to use a special area change attack. That's another new term, but it's actually quite simple.
Attack. Wow.
If you tap the screen, after landing a tackle or quick attack, you will perform
that's actually pretty cool,
causing both characters to switch areas. If you were in the
I wonder
air,
if you could like make some unique combos with that.
And vice versa.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Of course, all characters will be able to use area change attacks.
Makes sense.
We also plan to add characters with the arts cards that are more powerful on the surface or in the air. So, if you have a lot of characters in your party that are more powerful on the surface, then you will want to fight on the surface as much as you can. Use area change attacks well and gain the upper hand in battle.
That's a lot.
Next,
this is a pretty big change.
Mode. Put simply, Overdrive mode is a temporary power-up that can be activated by filling a special gauge. It's easy to fill up the gauge too. It will fill when you continuously charge ki long enough or when you take damage.
I wonder if it's just going to be Saiyan Saga.
Overdrive
I guess we'll have
mode,
to
you
find
can
out.
use arts without consuming ki and damage you take will be reduced. Also, the key gauge will change to a special button during Overdrive mode. Tapping that button will let you unleash a powerful new Overdrive attack.
That's pretty cool.
After activating an Overdrive attack, a mid-air or surface combo route will be available, so choose the route you want. Once you've picked an option 3 times, your combo route will be complete. Each option will receive a random bonus effect, either a damage boost or health recovery, so pay attention when you're picking. Your opponent will also have options to pick from, and if they pick the same one as you, the bonus effect will be nullified.
Okay.
Some of you might be thinking that sounds a lot like a Rising Rush, and actually it's probably helpful to think about
I guess
like
this is
that.
kind of a newer
What
Rising
makes it
Rush.
different from a Rising Rush is that you can receive buffs by picking a different option
Rising Rush
than your
2.0.
opponent. And as long as you manage to land it, an Overdrive attack is guaranteed to deal damage. Plus, the in-game animation can be different depending on the option you pick. So different options can cause different actions. Be sure to try different combinations. Let's talk about filling up the gauge. Charge up key by pressing down on the screen, and after a short while,
You will
Okay,
begin
so that's how you
overcharging
unlock it.
and filling the gauge. Look out for the more powerful looking charge animation. Since continuously charging your ki means you will be open to attack, you might be worried that filling the
So
gauge
it's a
will be
double-edged
quite
sword.
difficult.
It's
Another
beneficial
new
if you get it up,
component will
but
help with that.
if you get caught.
While overcharging, you'll automatically cancel out quick attacks, tap attacks, and
Oh,
tackles.
so they have to actually
Plus,
use
tap shots will be
strikes,
nullified.
blasts,
This makes
green cards that
overcharging a lot
interact with
easier.
blue cards. Okay.
That's not all, because the new charge attack component will allow you to launch an attack while you're charging ki. Charge attacks are easy to use. To activate one, just swipe toward your opponent while you're overcharging. You can
Wow, so
even
there's a way
combo
to
into
kind of
an
like
art
catch
if
him
you
off
land
guard.
a charge attack.
Alright, that was a long
Wow.
explanation about the new components, but let's take a look in game so you can get a better feel for how they work.
The battle has begun. This
Okay,
time
so
it's
you're
starting
starting
from
at
the
the bottom.
surface area. The area that battle starts and will be chosen at random between the surface and mid-air areas. Finding out which area you start in is something to look forward to each time.
Such random.
Let's start off by moving up to the mid-air area. As we explained earlier, you can perform an area change attack by tapping the screen after you land a tackle or quick attack. Alright, let's try using a quick attack to move from the surface to mid-air. Just like that, we performed an extra tap after a quick attack and moved to mid-air. Next, let's use a tackle to change areas back to the surface.
Ah, okay.
By performing an extra tap after a tackle, you can knock your opponent down to the surface. Now, let's try overdrive mode.
Doesn't seem too difficult to
ki
change
gauge now
between
has the overdrive gauge showing in the
normal
middle, so let's fill it up.
and
Being
grand
hit by
battles.
enemy attacks will also fill the gauge, but we should use overcharging this time. After you charge ki for a certain amount of time, you'll switch to overcharging and eventually enter overdrive mode. We also talked about this earlier, but when you enter overdrive mode, you'll be in temporarily powered up state. Earlier, we tried overcharging when our ki was at 0, but if you charge ki while it's full, then instead of normal ki charging, you'll start overcharging right away. Another thing we
okay.
mentioned earlier is that tap shots will be nullified, and tap attacks, tackles, and quick attacks
Yeah,
will
this
automatically
changes
be cancelled out
so much
while
to the
you
game.
are overcharging. Let's take a look.
It's gonna be crazy.
First, a tap shot.
Yeah, so
Like that, it gets nullified.
immune to the small
Now
attacks
for a quick
basically.
attack. As you saw, it got cancelled out automatically. And for good measure, here's a tackle. It also got cancelled out automatically. Overcharging has defensive aspects that make it harder to interfere with. Moving on, we have the new charge attack that can be performed while overcharging. Simply swipe in the direction of your opponent while you're overcharging, and a charge attack will activate.
So it's
With a
basically
charge
a quick
attack, you can even
attack
do
while
this.
you're overcharging.
If it lands, you can combo into an art. That means
So
you
you
can
can-
start a combo and go on offense right from a charge attack.
You can catch them like
Charge attacks
literally
come out
perfectly
pretty fast,
off guard.
so if you see your opponent overcharging and let your guard down, they might get you. Don't let that happen. Alright, let's enter overdrive mode once more. You're in a kind of powered up state. And your ki won't go down. Meaning you
Yeah,
can
so you
freely
want to
launch
combo
art
first and then
attacks.
time the overdrive right
What's
at
more,
the end.
your defenses will go up, meaning you'll be powered up on offense and defense. Here's another new thing to try while in overdrive mode. An overdrive attack. The gauge has changed to a button, so just tap it and an overdrive attack will activate.
I'm guessing like the rush, it is a move that could be
Two options
avoided.
have appeared on
So you want to
screen.
combo into
The red
it.
option is a damage boost, and the blue option is health recovery. This time, let's pick health recovery for each one. They all succeeded, and we've recovered health. Also, a special animation will play
That's really
if an
good.
overdrive attack causes an enemy character to be defeated or wins the match. Let's see it for ourselves. We'll get into overdrive again and unleash an overdrive attack. When the opponent is defeated, An
Okay.
intense terrain destroying animation plays.
Wow.
So what do you think?
That was insane.
If you defeat an enemy or win the match, special animations will play. So be sure to try defeating enemies with an overdrive attack. With the addition of dynamic area battles, you'll be able to enjoy Legends in a whole new way. Let's move on though. You've all been waiting for it.
Okay, they're just going
Here
straight
is
to the
a
new
new
unit.
character info.
I mean, we
Take
already
a
know
look.
too. They probably have some stuff going for them, so yeah, this is. I'm excited. It's not like the hypest top tier units in the world, but Nappa with a Cyberman. But it's cool. I'm down for it. I mean, if Ultimate Gohan just standalone could be part of an anniversary, so can the KAIOKEN Goku and Vegeta from their first interaction with each other. Ooh, okay.
Another victory for the great Nappa!
Chaozu and Tien.
Let's do it, Jatsu!
Right, let's go all out!
Okay, so Nappa's gonna be on Vegeta's banner.
I'll take care of this!
Tien and Chaozu are gonna be on Goku's banner.
This technique! I'm severing this! Eat this!
I mean, in terms of animations,
I avenged you!
they're pretty darn good with these sparkings. And you know, 1% sparkings nowadays are insane, so they're gonna be very good, I can imagine.
Low ranker, elite, whatever. You can be anyone. It's called hard work.
Let me show you a wall that you will never have the ability to scale through effort alone!
Okay.
All right, my turn. Back it. KAIOKEN. You're mine.
Put in some effort!
Yep, Vegeta.
Feeble! You're finished! Damn it! Prepare to die!
Okay, what's he gonna do?
Get lost! Don't fail me now, body!
There's the KAIOKEN.
Right here! Get real! Solar flare! Obliterate you!
Oh, Vegeta doesn't do anything.
Mistake. And unfortunately for
He's
you,
just a
it proved
Vegeta.
to be your last.
And I won't lose.
Goku goes into KAIOKEN Ali.
KAIOKEN times 3! Kamehameha! Times 4! Impossible!
Okay, his LF is pretty cool.
Man, he was really something.
Interesting. Okay, they're probably gonna do kit breakdowns. I'm gonna do that myself separately afterwards, so
You might
I'll
have
see you then.
figured
Okay, so they've literally showed us everything. I've gotta say, in terms of units, they're cool, not the greatest. Considering it's this Legends Super 7th anniversary, the character choices could have been a lot more hype. I could see the vision. They were just like, let's revisit the first fight between Goku and Vegeta in showing the new grand battle system, but it could have been they introduced grand battles and then they could have given us some really cool stuff going on. It could have been a Super Gogeta versus like ability from different universes. One where Super Gogeta, the one that went up against Remember, versus the Broly that fought the Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, etc. That sort of stuff. It could have been pretty cool to get new characters of that, but then again, we haven't had these units in a very long time. It's just the timing of them is interesting. Charlotte is getting a platinum equip, which is mind-blowing. They gave a lot to Charlotte towards the end of that, but yeah, we're gonna get straight into the kits now. I can imagine they're gonna make the units here probably the best in the game. They have to be that valuable. It doesn't really matter too much because once again, the banners being 3 times E power is actually insane. You have so much incentive to summon on these banners, it's literally no joke. So let's get straight into this. So like I do for every kit, these give the summary of everything, the words in yellow, so I pretty much don't read any of that. So Goku, he's a red melee type. His Z ability, he's going to be buffing Saiyan Saga, Sun Family, and Saiyan Strike, Attack and Defense 38%, and then Saiyan Saga an extra 18% blast attack. He has blast armor on his strikes, and on activation, enemy health restoration is minus 10%. Normal blasts, special move damage is a massive damage inflicting one. So on activation, special move damage plus 40%, 3 counts. On hit, key recovery plus 100%. 40% is a good amount. Normally you tend to see like 30%. Sometimes you see 50, but it's like, it's a pretty crazy unit in general. But getting key recovery plus 100% for 15 timer counts is actually pretty insane. You're getting twice the amount of key pretty much every time. That's pretty nice. Okay, the green card. So key plus 40, damage plus 30%, card draw speed increased by 1, nullify special cover changes by 5 counts. He goes type neutral for 5 counts, and he nullifies attribute downgrades abnormal conditions for 10 timer counts. Pretty standard green card, very good in my opinion. I honestly couldn't tell you whether it's an AoE green or not, but yeah, it's a pretty good green card just from what I've seen. So main ability, so he transforms into KAIOKEN times 3, health plus 30%, ki plus 50, damage plus 100%, it resets on switch, unique gorge charge rate plus 100%, uncancelable, resets on switch, nullify special cover change for 5 counts, cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, and you need 20 timer counts in order to pop the main. Okay, onto the starter ability. So when he enters the battlefield, this is what he just has. So damage plus 280%, damage card plus damage guard plus 180%, which is pretty good. Key recovery plus 50%, card draw speed plus 1, strike and blast arts cost minus 5. Okay, onto the unique ability. So when he is on the battlefield, he draws a special arts next 1 time. He draws 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, health plus 10%, key plus 20, nullify cover changes for 5 counts, and enemy key minus 30. Also based on battlefield entry count. So when he enters the first and second time, his damage is plus 100%, unique gorge charge rate plus 100%. When he enters the third and fourth, damage plus 50% and unique gorge charge rate plus 50%. Now what's interesting about this is whether on the first he gets damage plus 100%, unique gorge charge rate plus 100%, and the second he gets it as well, same with the third and fourth, or is it the first and second he just gets that overall amount increased, and then the third and fourth he gets that. It'll be interesting, but we'll have to see because they haven't really made it too obvious. I think it is that though, because the first and second you'll get that much, but it seems kind of insane to get 200% upon entering and then an overall 300% damage increased. But sometimes Legends go crazy. If it's like that, this ability right here is actually insane, because you will most likely swap out a couple of times during matches. So when you get to that 4th time coming in, you'll have 300% damage increased. You will have unique gorge charge rate 300% as well. So it's just gonna be insane when you get to that stage, if that's how it goes. If not, it's 150%, which is still very good. So on strike and blast arts hit, resets on switch. So draws 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer 2 times, key plus 30, ally damage plus 20% for 15 timer counts 1 time, and ally sub counts -2. Pretty good. On Dokabaki, impact win, damage plus 50% for 5 counts. So if you win the clash, you get a whole load of benefits basically. If your enemy is Vegeta and you win it, you get a special move afterwards. So when on battlefield and enemy switches, key plus 20 and -1 card draw speed for 10 timer counts. So that's pretty good. When on battlefield and enemy uses a vanishing step, key plus 20 and strike damage plus 30%. So if you catch them off guard there for 20 timer counts, you're just gonna be pummeling away into them. So that's pretty darn good. So on battlefield, an enemy activates special move, ultimate, or awakened arts. Damage card plus 20%. Enemy special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power -40%, and cancel enemy attribute upgrades 1 time. So he can tank those big hits pretty nicely. Okay, special cover change against blasts, and it goes into special moves. That's pretty good. His unique gorge, so he's got a sustained damage type. So when unique gorge becomes full, half plus 15%, damage card plus 20% for 15 timer counts. He goes time neutral for 5 counts. Ally damage plus 20% for 15 counts. Ally sub count -3, destroys 2 enemy cards. So a lot of benefits from when you pop it, similarly to how most of the unique gorges work. So pretty good. So it charges when hit by an enemy, consumed when it's completely full, and that's him just in his normal state. So when he's as a KAIOKEN Goku, it's pretty much all the same, but on hit. So I think this is the one where it's either AoE or it's one of the long range ones that will interact with your opponent. Inflicts enemy with, no, it's the solar flare. Now as soon as they said that, I realized. So solar flare inflicts enemy with flash, destroy an entire enemy hand, enemy damage received plus 30% for 10 counts. So that's as good as an AoE green pretty much. So once you are KAIOKEN Goku, the main ability will be draw special move arts next, health plus 30%, key plus 50%, you get your vanish back, special move damage plus 30% for 15 counts and uncancelable. Special cover change nullified for 5 counts, cancels attribute downgrades as normal conditions, and is required after 5 timer counts. So after pretty much 25 timer counts in the game, you can get access to this, which is pretty good. So okay, it says it here. Luckily this does come in handy now and again. It's exactly the same way as it is before transforming, so I'm not going to really need to go over it. It's exactly the same. So the difference is once you've transformed, he will cover change against strikes instead of blasts, which is pretty good. Unique gorge is exactly the same. So yeah, he gets obviously a big boost in power once he does transform. His main ability will be really good. His green card is somewhat different. His blue card will now nullify endurance, and yeah, it seems pretty good, I can't lie. The main thing I'm scared about is this. If this is how it works and you can get 300% damage and unique gorge charge rate uncancelable if you come into the field 4 times with this unit, that's going to be dangerous. He is going to be hitting like no other unit basically. So that's Goku. I see the potential for him to be best in the game. I really do, because that is pretty darn crazy what he's got going for there. The green card once he transforms as well, I can imagine people getting caught by that left, right and center. So yeah, it's just going to be pretty insane. So KAIOKEN Goku, pretty solid. Onto Vegeta. Okay, now Vegeta was interesting. It didn't seem like he had any crazy gimmick. It was just a Vegeta. I would have loved if the whole reason why they did this was because they introduced giant characters, but I guess that's something even further down the line, probably another 7 years until we see something like that. But yeah, Vegeta, let's go straight into what he does. So he's a green range type unit, so that's interesting. I can imagine them making both units pretty similar in terms of main offense and their secondary offense, so hopefully they have ways to be used on both together, similar to UI Goku and Evolution Vegeta. So buffs Saiyan Saga, Powerful Opponent, and Saiyan Blast Attack, Blast Defense, and Strike Defense plus 18% for Saiyan Saga, and both of those were 38%. His Strike Attack, he has Blast Arm on that, which is pretty nice. His Blast on activation, Key Recovery plus 20% for 15 counts, pretty decent. Okay, special move, massive damage on activation, special move damage plus 30%, special move damage plus 120% for 3 counts for the first time. That's insane. So your first blue card with this guy is just going to be doing 150% of his damage, so 3 times its normal damage. That's really darn good. So on hit, enemy damage received plus 30%, enemy health restoration minus 80% for 15 counts each, and his blast armor. So that's a pretty good blue card. So green card, draw 1 card, key plus 40, unique gorge plus 20%, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts, sub counts on switch minus 2, cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So pretty good green card right there. Gets Covenant and a few other benefits, pretty good. Okay, main ability. So draw special move arts next, health plus 15%, key plus 40, unique gorge plus 50%, special move arts cost minus 20 for 10 timer counts, and removes special move art seal, so he'll guaranteed be able to get that blue card off. Okay, starter ability, damage plus 270%, damage guard plus 170%, key recovery plus 90%, draw speed plus 1, strike arts cost minus 5, blast arts cost minus 10, nullify paralysis. You know what? This might be my favorite thing out of the anniversary because paralysis is just a curse that needs to be removed, and seeing how this guy just, you don't have to worry about it, because I come across Daima still a decent amount, which is annoying, and the amount of paralysis you get from that team, it just needs to be go. So revive with 70% health. Okay, so his unique ability on battlefield entry, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, key plus 30 when hit by enemy arts. So it's shared between him now and after reviving. Activation resets when you need unique gorge becomes full. So destroy 2 enemy cards, enemy key minus 30 until all enemy main ability. So that's a pretty good disrupt on the Dokabaki impact win, damage plus 50%, and if you're up against a Goku, they get plus 3 sub count. I think Goku's is a bit better, but I guess you're gonna get that guaranteed damage in on Goku, so I guess that's not too bad. Okay, based on strike and blast arts use, so for the first time, damage plus 20%, and you nullify special cover change for 5 counts. On the 4th use, draw up to 3 cards if hand has 3 or fewer, cancel attribute downgrades, and it resets on switch, which is pretty good. On vanishing step, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, ally sub count minus 2, seal enemy special move arts 5 counts. So pretty nice abilities from just avoiding their attack, because you can swap out faster, you will stop your enemy from using blue cards, and you draw an extra card. So when on standby and enemy activates Ultimate Awakened Arts or Rising Rush, sub count minus 7. So they're basically making it so that he is just guaranteed to tank these pretty crazy attacks if you need him to. So he cover changes strikes. So the unique gorge is a charge type. On strike and blast arts uses with full unique gorge, this is shared between now and after revival. Health plus 10%, key plus 30, damage plus 20%, uncancelable, and can happen 3 times, so I guess it could go to 60% because it doesn't say it doesn't stack. Damage cards plus 10% happens 3 times, so go up to 30%. Critical rate plus 20%, no stacking for that, and then his card draw speed goes up by 1. So pretty good if you get that unique gorge filled. So it's a charge so rapidly according to key charge time. So when you're doing your combos, you want to do charge steps if you're long range and have the chance to charge key, charge it. It benefits you now even more because you're going to be able to go into overdrive mode. You could like not take attacks from quick attacks, taps, all that sort of stuff, and consumed entirely on strike and blast arts used with full unique good. So yeah, this guy could keep on going. Okay, so this is him after he's revived. So everything pretty similar here. I think now he has penetrate endurance with his special move. His green card. So on hit, vanishing gorge plus 50%, inflict enemy with heavy bleed and comboable with everything. I think this one is the AoE green, which is, well, you know how they are. Okay, main ability, so draw a special move arts next, health plus 20%, key plus 50. He gets his vanish back as well and removes special move arts. See also it's guaranteed to connect, and that's after 10 timer counts. Okay, his unique, so on revival or battlefield entry, draw special arts next, unique gorge plus 50%, draw one card if hand has 3 or fewer, key plus 30, damage plus 30%, special move damage plus 50% one time and is uncancelable, and that's just forever it seems. Critical weight plus 20%, health restoration plus 20%, and protects hand for 5 counts, so you don't have to worry about anyone ruining your combos, disrupting you, that sort of stuff. Same thing against Goku. Anything else pretty crazy from this? No, I think everything was pretty similar. I think this health plus 5% was not on the strike and blast arts before, so that's pretty good. Obviously it's one time, but it occurs after reset, so you can gain a lot of benefits from that. Okay, his special cover chains swapped from strikes to blast, and his unique gorge is the exact same. So honestly, very good on paper. They seem like they're gonna be doing a lot. They seem like they will be units that you want to have in PvP. It's just interesting choices. I know the community is gonna go crazy over this because it's not the hypest at all. They are very cool, and I will be summoning for them because it is still a Kaioken Goku and a Gallic Gun Vegeta. At least I believe. Was it a Gallic Gun? There was just so much to take in. I just know it's a Goku and Vegeta from Saiyan Saga who both look amazing in terms of animations. There was so much going on with them introducing the new grand battles, showing off everything with them as well, that I don't even know everything that they did that was a part of like the overdrive mode and that sort of stuff. So yeah, interesting choices, but very cool nonetheless. So let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're going to be summoning on this, because once again, 3 times Z power, pretty insane. Let me know how you're thinking about part 2, because this should have been part 1. In my mind, this as part 1 would have been so much hype. It would have just led to part 2 being even better. And even if part 2 was what we got for part 1, they just swapped places, I think it still would have worked a lot better. But yeah, it's just legends just move crazy. You just can't ever predict it. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.